Tobela, Togosa. Normally, Togosa is what is been used by the Ngoni people. Normally, the Zulus, the Swatis, the Tongas, and the Xhosas. They are the ones who normally use Togosa as their mark of respect when they greet an individual or a group of people. We say Tobela in Pedi language. This is a mark of respect that has been passed down from generations to generations from our ancestors. We still use it today, Tobel. I wanted to get to talk about something very important that has become a norm these days. Something that we are bound to live with. I don't know if whether it's going to be starting from today or since the pandemic has started till I don't know when, but this has become a norm, and I believe it's very much important and very much vital that people get to be aware, get to be informed as to what is it that they are doing when they steam. People these days use eucalyptus leaves to steam with. They use herbs like there's a tree that we call white woman's breast. We call it monokumarupani in Pedi language. People use peppermint to steam. People use Artemisia afra to steam, lengana, or umhlonyani as the Ngonis call it. We steam with those normally. But there are a variety of herbs that other people use to steam with, particularly when they find themselves being struck by this problem that we find ourselves in, this pandemic, this COVID-19 thing that we find ourselves in today. It is very much important that you get to understand and know exactly what you are doing when you steam. When you steam, you are in fact using hot steam, to get to aggravate your system or heating up your system in order for your system to open up so that you sweat the fever out and whatever bacteria and viruses that are within. That is a way of trying to get rid of those out of your system. What happens when you steam? When you steam, your pores open up, your sweat glands open up. They open up to a point whereby it becomes difficult for them to go back to their normal state, to retract and close those pores after you are done with your steaming procedure. So people should be informed as to what exactly happens there when you sweat. When you sweat, you lose a lot of electrolytes from your system. You lose your exuberance. You lose your essential minerals, vitamins, and amino acids from the system. So it's important that you know as to what is it that should be done after you have used hot steam to steam out the fever out of your system. Once you are done, make it a point, you dip yourself or steam yourself into a tub of water, cold water, in order to close up your pores, your system, so that you can, bring them back to their normal state. Because if you don't do that, you leave them open, then you will perspire, sweat, and lose a variety of minerals and whatever I have mentioned the entire day and even maybe tomorrow or the whole week. So it's very much important that you get to know that after you are done with that, steam yourself inside cold water so that you return the system back to its normal state. It's called the law of duality. This is one of the knowledge that has been passed down from our ancestors down to us, that this is how it should be done. Because I noticed a lot of people have been doing it the wrong way. Because if you don't do that, it might get to a point whereby you just, run out of energy and you might collapse. Some people might collapse, they might not even come back, meaning they might die due to the loss of the essential elements that I have mentioned before. It is very much important that you get to know and be aware, because I know we are still in our children these days. This is what should be done for people to get to be aware. Thank you very much.